Welcome to Kush News, the newscast of the African diaspora. I'm your anchor, Ochanda, daily bringing you the top stories from Africa and the Caribbean. Let's take a look at today's news on Wednesday, February 28th, 2024. We go to Chad, where an attack in the capital had taken place. Authorities announced several deaths in the capital of Chad. This comes after the announcement that the country will hold presidential elections later this year. The government placed blame immediately on the opposition party called the Socialist Party Without Borders. They also warned that the perpetrators were being sought after and would be arrested. The Socialist Party Without Borders is spearheaded by opposition figure Yaya Dio, one of the candidates hoping to run in the presidential elections come on May 6th. On Tuesday, Chad's election agency confirmed the dates for the upcoming presidential elections. Chad's current president, Idris Deby Itno, will be contesting as well in the ballot. He came to power after his father was killed back in 2021. The country's election agency has said that it would publish the list of candidates on March 24th. Those in Chad, let us know on if you were around the capital. Also, we want to hear directly from you. Let's go to Kenya, where they welcome Ethiopia's head of state. Kenya's President William Ruto welcomed Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed to Nairobi on Wednesday. This is the Ethiopian leader's first state visit to Kenya since 2020. Both leaders were expected to discuss several issues, in particular Ethiopia's negotiations with the breakaway region of Somaliland. Back on January 1st, Ethiopia signed a memorandum of understanding with Somaliland. This did not go well with Somalia, who still considers Somaliland its territory. On its part, Somaliland said that Ethiopia agreed to recognize its independence in return for a naval port. Ethiopia and Kenya are looking to promote cooperation in key areas of economic and social development.
Your visit, my brother, Excellency, has reminded us of the deep foundations of the relations between our nations. It has motivated us to reflect on the implications of our shared destiny, encouraged us to do our part to ensure that we find our space in the regional, continental, and global quest for prosperity, and inspire us to proceed with urgent and resolve challenges while exploiting the opportunities before us.
Everyone is witnessing the friendship, the brotherly attitude towards Ethiopia from our brotherly country, Kenya, is a demonstration that these two countries doesn't have any baggage to strengthen our relationship, also to go forward in multifaceted and ambitious economic plan that both countries has.
The agreements include removing unnecessary checkpoints, custom protocol between the two countries. Those in Kenya, let us know on how you feel about the Ethiopian Prime Minister being in your guys' country. Let's go to the Caribbean. And there we go to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where the Prime Minister gave remarks on the new resort. Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, has expressed disappointment with people who are criticizing the soon-to-open Sandals Resort in Bucamet Bay. Sandals St. Vincent will officially open on March 27th. There have been critiques from certain places on the island nation. Criticism that local fishermen, farmers, and taxi operators will not be able to benefit as much once the resort opens. The recent anger came with the news that the island routes will be expanding to the greater St. Vincent and the Grenadines, with many people viewing this as a direct competition with local taxi and tour operators. The Prime Minister stated on his radio show that Sandals Resorts had 5 or 6 consultations with local taxi and minibus drivers, and overwhelmingly the people that will be transporting tourists from the airport to the resort and giving tours will still be local drivers themselves. Dr. Gonsalves also explained that for the local fishermen and farmers, hotel chains of that size don't necessarily buy from individuals, but rather organized groups. And those fishermen and farmers are welcome to organize amongst themselves. Those in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Let us know on if you are excited about the new Sandals Resort opening in your guys' country, or if you're against it. Let us know also know if you are a taxi driver, a farmer, or a fisherman. We want to hear directly from you. When we come back, we'll have today's African proverb of the day. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Let's take a look at today's African proverb of the day, and it comes to us from no particular African nation and or ethnic group, and it reads: There is always a winner, even in a monkey's beauty contest. Once again, there is always a winner, even in a monkey's beauty contest. African proverb. Obviously, I can take the easy route on this, but let's take it more complex and say that this is saying that there's a potential in everything and everybody, no matter how others might view. For instance, I during college I drove a vehicle that others viewed as pretty bad.
Well, how do you get in this thing? There's no door. Uh-huh.
There was one time I had a comment from a woman saying that she was worried that we might not be able to get to the lounge before before we reach our destination because the car might explode. But I love my car. It'd be often that other cars would break down, especially I lived up in the upper Midwest region of the United States, and where the winters are pretty brutal. Oftentimes, I would be called to give people rides in that same vehicle that others didn't think highly of. So there's always potential in every single thing. Again, even in a monkey's beauty contest. Let me know your interpretation of today's African proverb of the day, as well as your thoughts, views, questions, comments, and concerns on the top stories. Don't forget to hit that like button. Make it your best friend. For Kush News on Kush Convos TV, I'm Ochanda. We'll see you soon.